Now it's time to see opportunistic infections. We are seeing an immunocompromised patient, and this is where opportunistic infections are born. In a normal person, immune system is like its army guarding the borders. But in immunocompromised person whose immunity is compromised, this army, this guard is weak or absent. Now, even in harmless organism, the normal flora, it becomes dangerous. So, what is the definition of this particular infection? That infection that occurred due to immunosuppression. Why does immunity fall? What is the reason of this immunosuppression? There can be two causes. First is intrinsic failure inside the body. It can be congenital, like SCID, agammaglobulinemia. It can be acquired, like in HIV. External weakening factors could be malnutrition. If the patient is not taking proteins, there is no formation of antibodies, then there will be no immune cells taken. So infection risk will be increased in case of malnutrition. Aging. Immune cells, they become old and lazy. Drugs, the cytotoxic drugs like cyclophosphamide, that decreases the WBCs. So when WBCs are gone, then the first defense system is gone. Like the immunosuppressive therapy, like transplant, autoimmune treatment, what it will do, it will suppress the immune cells. Genetic defects like X-linked agammaglobulinemia, there will be no antibodies formation. Because there is no antibodies, there will be agammaglobulinemia. So what all that we saw is why was immunity falling. The reason was intrinsic failure, external factors like malnutrition, aging, drugs, immunosuppressive therapy, genetic defects, okay? And the immunity is suppressed, that leads to infections that will occur. Breach of defense, what is that saying? Now imagine there is a physical barrier breaking, like in burns, okay, where the skin barrier is gone. There will pseudomonas, they will come, they will form the green lesion, green pus is formed, I guess, in pseudomonas due to the pigment they produce. And staphylococci can cause infection, fungi can invade, trauma, surgery is occurred, there is skin cut. Now normal flora will enter the body on the skin and it will cause infection. Devices, like which devices? Catheters, valves, shunts, okay, they will form the biofilm. Organisms like staphylococci, epidermidis and candida, they cause these device related infections. Impaired clearance, what is it? In COPD, cystic fibrosis, there is impaired clearance, mucus is not cleared, so pseudomonas infection can occur. Infection that themselves cause immunosuppression, what are those? They are like double killers. They are also infecting directly, but they are causing immunosuppression also, like HIV, cytomegalovirus, Epstein-Barr virus, measles, TB. They first weaken the immunity and then allow the secondary infections. Now, what are the characteristics of opportunistic pathogens? They have low virulence organism, they become deadly. Low virulence means less pathogenic organisms, they also become deadly. So normal flora like staphylococcus, staph epidermidis, hospital bugs, pseudomonas, acinetobacter. In healthy there is mild, but in immunocompromised, fulminant and fatal, like sudden infection. For fulminant meaning I knew that I forgot. Okay. Now organisms causing opportunistic infections, this is to be remembered. First of all, let's go from fungi. There are Candida, Cryptococcus, Pneumocystis. It's a fungi. Pneumocystis is a fungi. Parasites like Toxoplasma, Cryptosporidium. Viruses like Cytomegalo, Epstein-Barr, herpes simplex, varicella zoster. They are all from the herpes viridae family. Bacteria like Staphylococci, Streptococci, Pseudomonas, Mycobacteria. Okay, we have discussed about all these organisms that cause opportunistic infections. Now let us see there is an HIV patient, and so we will think of pneumocystis jirovecii, cytomegalovirus infection, toxoplasma infection. Okay. Now starting with the viral infections, before that we will just look at what the book is saying. So here we come, and here we can see opportunistic infection. We have to see these viruses, infection, fungal, and lab diagnosis of opportunistic infection. We saw that immunocompromised individuals lack the ability to defend themselves from microbial invasion because they lack one or more defense mechanism in their system. Immunodeficiency may be congenital, acquired. Immunodeficiency may include humoral, cell-mediated, or combined immunodeficiency. What is opportunistic infection? That arises due to immunosuppression. A paradoxical situation that arises when certain chronic infection cause immunodeficiency and give rise to secondary infection by another organism, like HIV infection gives rise to several secondary infections. Immunosuppressed individual is prone to infection by several microbial agents. Factors that influence the development of immunosuppression: malnutrition, aging, leukopenia, chronic immunodeficiency diseases. What is stated is severe combined immunodeficiency that leads to repeated bacterial infection. Immunosuppressive agents like the ones prescribed for autoimmune disorders and all these. Genetic predisposition, XLA, X-linked agammaglobulinemia, and that leads to increased incidence of gram-positive infections. Metabolic syndromes like diabetes, there will be increased incidence of infections. What are the physical factors? Burns. Physical barrier of innate immune system is damaged, and there is defects in polymorphonuclear cellular function that leads to all these infections. Traumatic or surgical wound. Intravenous prosthetic devices. Presence of foreign bodies in form of cardiac pacemakers and valves, catheters, and shunts. That leads to infection due to Candida, Staphylococcus aureus, Staphylococcus epidermidis, other commensals, impaired clearance, cystic fibrosis, and COPD. Pseudomonas infections कराते हैं. These all cause immunosuppression. Now we have to see what are the characteristics of opportunistic pathogens. The commensal organisms like Streptococcus, like Staphylococcus epidermidis, Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus pneumoniae, they become pathogenic when those defenses are down. Okay, colonizing opportunistic pathogens. They are generally of low virulence, like Pseudomonas, Acinetobacter, Burkholderia, Species. A healthy individual will recover with mild to moderate infection, whereas with the immunocompromised one, the disease will become fulminant and often fatal. Common organisms that cause opportunistic infections are these. We have to remember these, okay? The viral are very easy. Human papillomavirus, human herpes virus, varicella zoster virus, human herpes simplex virus, molluscum contagious. What are the fungi? Pneumocystis, Girovacil, Histoplasma, Cryptococcus candidus, Penicillium aspergillus, Encephalitozoon caniculi. What are the parasites? They are Toxoplasma gondii, Cystoisospora, Cyclospora, Cryptosporidium, ठीक है, Cryptosporidium, Cystoisospora, Cyclospora, Plasmodium falciparum, Leishmania. Then what are the bacteria? Haemophilus, Campylobacter, Phlebobacterium, Pseudomonas, Pneumococcus, atypical mycobacteria, Avium intercellulare complex, Salmonella, Shigella, Mycobacterium, Nocardia, Treponema. ठीक है. Okay, besides the viruses listed in there, and two major DNA viruses that commonly cause opportunistic infection are the cytomegalo and the Epstein-Barr virus. They are the two major DNA viruses that cause cytomegalo, that cause opportunistic infections, and they are cytomegalovirus and Epstein-Barr virus. So we're gonna see these two, and then we will shift our focus to polyoma virus. So we were till here, cytomegalovirus. A patient, he's HIV positive, his CD4 count is less than 100, he's having progressive vision loss, and his fundus shows fluffy retinal infiltrates and hemorrhage. Diagnosis, what we can do? Cytomegalovirus retinitis is the diagnosis. Okay. How we came to the diagnosis, we will see entire story. Agent is the cytomegalovirus. It's from herpes viridae family. It's the largest herpes virus. Okay. It causes latent infection for life, hidden infection पूरा जिंदगी भर. Like all herpes, latency, it shows latency and then reactivation it shows. How is the transmission? It spreads via saliva, urine, semen, blood transfusion, organ transplant, breast milk. So it's a congenital infection is possible because breast milk से वो spread हो रहा है. ठीक है. Once अगर ये infect हो गया तो virus lifelong रहेगा. Like 80% of adults have antibodies against these cytomegalovirus. How is the pathogenesis? Cytomegalovirus, it has a smart trick. What it does? We have an antibody, Y-shaped antibody, and there is this FC portion of the crystallizing that portion of the antibody, and it binds there, this virus. So what happens? The virus gets coated with useless antibodies, and real antibodies can't bind. And then there is immune evasion, like it's escaping from its immunity. What is the clinical picture? In the normal person, mostly asymptomatic, even though उसको CMV का infection हुआ है तो asymptomatic होगा, और latent infection हो सकता है, छुपा हुआ. Neonates में severe disease cause करता है, microcephaly, chorioretinitis, hepatosplenomegaly, jaundice. So this is all about cytomegalic inclusion disease. In the immunocompromised, it causes severe disseminated fatal disease like CMV retinitis, vision loss in AIDS patient. How will we do the lab diagnosis of such patients? We will take the specimen like saliva, semen, cervical secretion, urine. We will do the microscopy. We will get the owl's eye inclusion body. These are the enlarged cells, and there is the nuclear inclusion. I am not getting what is an owl's eye inclusion body. I will have to see that. These are large basophilic intranuclear inclusion surrounded by clear halo, giving a distinctive dark centered appearance under a microscope. Owl's eye, ठीक है. न्यूक्लियर इंक्लूजन है, बड़ा है, ठीक है, बेसोफिलिक है, और इसके आसपास क्लियर हलो होता है. व्हाट इज हलो? तो क्लियर, मतलब ऐसे क्लियर एरिया होता है उसके आसपास. दे आर प्राइमरी हॉलमार्क ऑफ साइटोमेगालोवायरस इन्फेक्शन, आउल आई इंक्लूजन, ठीक है. And this particular thing is very pathognomonic to the cytomegalovirus infection. We do the culture, human fibroblast culture लेते हैं, स्लो ग्रोथ होता है up to 50 days. ठीक है, वायरस के कल्चर के लिए हम ह्यूमन फाइब्रोब्लास्ट कल्चर ले रहे हैं. सीरोलॉजी में हमें IgM, IgG दिखता है. IgM प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन जल्दी से फट से बढ़ेगा. IgG एबिडिटी, एबिडिटी मतलब उसका कितना स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ बाइंडिंग है. लो एबिडिटी हो तो रिसेंट इन्फेक्शन हुआ है, हाई एबिडिटी हो तो ओल्ड इन्फेक्शन है. इट्स यूज्ड इन प्रेगनेंसी रिस्क असेसमेंट, ये हमने पढ़ा था वहीं. तो ट्रीटमेंट क्या है? गैनसाइक्लोविर एंड फॉस्कारनेट, यूज्ड स्पेशली इन एड्स के पेशेंट्स. ठीक है. प्रिवेंशन कैसे करना है? स्क्रीन द ब्लड एंड organ donors, CMV in immunoglobulin in high risk. No effective vaccine. Immunosuppression है, normal flora, latent viruses activate हुए हैं, opportunistic infection cause करता है, severe disease cause करता है. So CMV specifically it's a latent virus reactivation in HIV retinitis, systemic disease. Why do normal flora become pathogenic in opportunistic infection? क्योंकि immunosuppression हुआ है, body जो है उसके मारने का mechanism नहीं बनाती है. List factors causing immunosuppression with examples: malnutrition, aging, then there were intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic is malnutrition, aging, and what else? Leukopenia, chronic immunodeficiency diseases like SCID, XLA, immunosuppressing agents like the drugs that are given in autoimmune disorders, transplant, chemotherapy, genetic predisposition, metabolic syndromes like diabetes, physical factors like burns, trauma, surgery, intravenous prosthetic devices, and impaired clearance in case of cystic fibrosis and COPD. But the next question, why are catheterized patients prone to infection? Explain owl's eye inclusion and its significance. It's significant in the CMV infection. And why is it called as owl's eye? Because it's a very dark basophilic inclusion body seen in the nucleus. And yeah, how does IgG avidity help in CMV diagnosis? Avidity अगर low है तो it is a recent infection. If it is high, then it is a past infection. What is IgG avidity? Let us see. It measures the binding strength of the IgG antibodies to a pathogen. Low avidity means weak binding, that indicates a primary infection within the past 2 to 3 months, while high avidity, strong binding, suggests a past infection or reinfection. It is primarily used during pregnancy for toxoplasmosis and CMV. ठीक है, ये प्राइमरी यूज है ना, वो देख लेना जरूरी है. CMV में to estimate the timing of primary infection, crucial for assessing congenital infection risk. ठीक है, ये सारा कुछ देख लेना. Latrogenic. It's not latrogenic, it's iatrogenic. Catheter acts as a surface and bacteria attach their formation of biofilm. Biofilm protects the bacteria from antibiotics and the immune system. Okay. Owl's eye inclusion. CMV infects the cell and the cell is enlarged. Cytomegalovirus. Okay. Inside the nucleus there is large dense inclusion that looks like the owl's eye, and significance is it's a pathognomic for CMV infection. What is the meaning of pathognomic? That it is a characteristic or indicative of a particular disease. It is where are these owl eye inclusions seen? They are seen in the urine sediment, in the tissue biopsy. IgG avidity, look at that. Low है तो recent है, high है तो past infection है. Pregnancy में risk to fetus जानने के लिए हम ये करते हैं. ठीक है. Now we will see what the book was saying regarding the cytomegalovirus infection. So there is a 25-year-old man diagnosed with HIV/AIDS, presented with complaint of diminishing vision, which had been slowly progressing for the previous 3 months. His CD4 counts at a time of presentation were less than 100 cells per millimeter cube. On fundus examination, retinal infiltrates, which were fluffy in nature, were found, along with multiple hemorrhages. Serological tests were positive for CMV IgG antibodies. PCR on blood was positive for CMV DNA. Patient was diagnosed with CMV retinitis, and treatment with ganciclovir was started. Further investigation revealed that the patient had not been taking his anti-HIV treatment regularly. He was advised to resume timely treatment. Subsequently, there was no further deterioration in patient's condition. What are the characteristics of the infections caused by CMV, and how is the infection followed? Okay. First of all, looking at the epidemiology of the cytomegalovirus spread. It spreads slowly, probably requires close contact for transmission. It may spread through saliva or other secretion or by sexual contact. Another method of transmission is by blood transfusion or organ transplant. Virus has been detected in saliva, urine, cervical secretion, semen, blood, milk. ठीक है. जो बच्चे हैं कंजेनिटली इन्फेक्टेड इन्फेंट्स हैं, उनमें क्या मिलता है, और इससे ये बहुत हाईली इन्फेक्शियस क्या है, कितने लोगों में CMV एंटीबॉडीज़ मिलते हैं, और ये प्रेजेंस ऑफ दीज एंटीबॉडीज़ क्या CMV एंटीबॉडीज़ क्या इंडिकेट करता है. Once infected, the person carries the virus for life. Now let us talk about the agent that is cytomegalovirus. It's known as the salivary gland virus. They are a group of, what are they? They are a group of ubiquitous herpes viruses of humans and animals like monkeys, guinea pig and some other species like other herpes viruses. They lead to prolonged latency in infected hosts. CMV, they are the largest viruses in the herpes virus family with sizes this big. Virus exhibits strict host specificity and infection both in vivo and in vitro. That is, it can be established only in homologous species. Human CMV is unrelated antigenically to other herpes virus and even to CMV of other species except for simian CMV with which some antigenic cross reaction exists. ठीक है, ये इतना कुछ नहीं. आगे जाके one of the glycoproteins on the surface of the CMV acts as a receptor for the Fc portion of antibody molecule. So there is a Fc portion of the antibody, and this particular portion, and there is this particular, for example, this is CMV virus, and there is this particular glycoprotein. This acts as a receptor for the Fc portion of the cytomegalovirus. There is a receptor on it. There is a glycoprotein on it, which is acting as a, and this is our this Fc portion. Okay. This leads to masking of the viruses by the attachment of irrelevant immunoglobulin molecules, which in turn prevent access to specific anti-CMV antibody. What are the clinical features? Look at that. What are the congenital infections, intrauterine infection, generalized infection? ठीक है, ये देख लो. आप ये अच्छी खासी चीज़ें हैं, ठीक से पढ़ लो यार, मेरे में ताकत है नहीं अभी. Infection in infants, infection in children, in immunocompromised like AIDS patient. ये पढ़ना ज़रूरी है, मैं इसको स्किप नहीं कर सकती. ये CMV डिसीज़ रेयर है, लेकिन फिर भी इन्फेक्शन इज एक्सट्रीमली कॉमन. Clinical disease may be caused by either intrauterine or postnatal infection. जो हमारी फॉर्म की चीज़ें वो पहले देख लेते हैं. Severe even fatal infection develop in transplant recipient, cancer patient on chemotherapy, and most significantly in HIV infected. CMV is an important pathogen in AIDS patient in whom the already weakened immune response is further damaged by non-specific CMI inhibiting effect of CMV. CMV क्या करता है? ये जो सेल मीडिएटेड इम्यूनिटी है ना, इसको इनहिबिट कर देता है. Children में कैसे इन्फेक्शन है? Primary infections in older children and adults are usually asymptomatic. However, retrophile antibody negative infectious mononucleosis may be seen. This is more common following transfusion of CMV infected blood post transfusion mononucleosis. Infection in infants, cytomegalic inclusion disease is seen almost exclusively in infants born to mothers who develop primary CMV infection during pregnancy. Infants of mothers who have CMV reactivation during pregnancy tend to have chronic subclinical infection. Perinatal infection may be acquired from the infected mother through genital secretions or through breast milk. And what is generalized infection occurs which is associated with hepatosplenomegaly, jaundice, thrombocytopenic purpura, and hemolytic anemia. Cytomegalic inclusion disease is probably the most important cause of microcephaly. Other manifestations include chorioretinitis, cerebral calcification presenting the congenital toxoplasmosis. Survivors may show mental retardation. Intrauterine infection leads to fetal death or cytomegalic inclusion disease of the newborn, which is often fatal. ये कल्चर देख लिया था, ह्यूमन फाइब्रोब्लास्ट कल्चर. ये एक बार ठीक से देख लो. माइक्रोस्कोपी में क्या मिलता है, स्पेसिमेन कौन सा कलेक्ट करना है, प्रिवेंशन का क्या सीन है देखो. अब रिस्क पेशेंट ये फीटस को रिस्क कब हो सकता है, जबकि हमें लो एविडिटी IgG मिले अलॉन्ग विथ IgM. ट्रीटमेंट देख लिया. ओके.